Hi, this is Michael, and this is my review of Grace Digital's new Bluetooth speaker. This is model GDI-BTSP208. This is what I would call a bookshelf speaker, and it measures 4.5 inches wide by about 8 inches deep, and it's about 7.5 inches tall. This is a very elegant looking speaker. It's covered in a leather-like polyurethane covering with stitching. And the right speaker, which is this one right here, has controls on it. And on the top you're going to find a volume control, a rotary volume control. Then there's a play-pause control and a track selection control here. And then this is the source button, which enables you to select either Bluetooth or line in. Now, regarding line in, on the back of the speaker is some RCA inputs, and they do provide an RCA cord here with a 3.5mm audio jack here, which can be plugged into the headphone jack of a suitable device. Now, this cord is 6 feet long. And this is how you would use this speaker as a line in rather than Bluetooth. You also get a USB port back here whose only purpose is to enable you to charge a device while it's perhaps playing through the speaker. Then this is your DC input here. You've got a on-off power button here. And then this is a port for the bass. And then these are your connections here to connect the other speaker, which would be the left speaker. And they give you just about 9.5 feet of heavy gauge speaker cable. Now when you're connecting the other speaker, it's really important that you observe polarity. So if you have the gold wire on the red, you want to make sure that the gold wire is on the red on the other speaker. Otherwise you'll have reverse polarity, and that will adversely affect the sound. Now the way this works is you just put the wire down through the hole on and then you screw the connector down. Now I did find that you really do have to snug that down pretty firmly. You don't want to over tighten it or you could break the wire, but if you're not firm enough you won't get a good connection, and you may not even get audio out of the left speaker. And of course there's another port on this speaker as well. Power is provided. This is not a battery powered speaker, so there's no battery inside this, so you do need to use an AC adapter to provide power. Now this is 100, 240 volts, 47 to 63 hertz, so this will work internationally. And this also has a 6-foot cord length on it. So this is perhaps one of the loudest Bluetooth speakers that I've heard, and I'm comparing this to other Bluetooth speakers that I have, such as the SoundLink. As far as the quality of sound, I almost hate to say it, but I do notice some harshness to the sound. Bass is decent. I do feel that the bass is appropriate and it's not overly bassy. It's a more balanced sound. But I did notice sort of an overall harshness to the sound that's hard to put my finger on. But all I can say is that after listening for a few hours, my ears just seem to be slightly fatigued. I'm going to hook these up and give you an A-B comparison to a Bose SoundLink, just because I happen to have a Bose SoundLink nearby. And I'm going to also do a sound level measurement to give you an indication of the relative loudness of the speaker compared to the Bose SoundLink. For my sound comparison, I basically turned both speakers up to maximum and also maxed out the volume on my iPhone. Now that is going to possibly cause a little bit of distortion here, but I just needed to do that to provide the maximum amount of volume that each speaker is capable of. And obviously if you backed the volume down slightly, that would get rid of that distortion. But I think you'll be interested to see the results of this. So first, let's try the Bose SoundLink.
You got to accentuate the positive.
And now here is the Grace Digital.
You got to accentuate the positive.
And finally, I would like to play that song one more time, this time reducing the volume on both my iPhone and the speakers so that there's no distortion, just to give you a better idea of the quality of sound that you can expect from the Grace Digital.
You got to accentuate the positive.
I do find that if you do try to overdrive these speakers, they do show distortion quite easily, and they do develop that harshness that I referred to earlier. At slightly reduced volumes, though, they have a very nice, warm, well-balanced sound. The Grace Digital is a very nice bookshelf speaker. If you're looking for something that's going to produce really good sound level, something that looks a little more permanent, and something that you're not going to be moving around a lot, this would be a really great choice. I do like the controls on the top. You do have more wires to deal with here because the two speakers do need to be connected by this wire. And then if you're using an auxiliary input, you do need to use this cable. But otherwise, I like the fact that you can charge a device while it's playing through the speaker. And it's a very attractive and very nice sounding speaker overall. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a great day.